So hello students, after adjective our next topic is adverbs. So first of all, its definition on the screen. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Adverb tells us about verb, adjective or adverb. Now adverb answers tells us about when, where, how much, how often, why. Okay, so adverb answers these questions. For example, very, enough, today, etc, etc. Now there are some types of adverbs. Number one is adverb of manner. What is adverb of manner? It tells us how an action happens. Adverb of manner tells us how an action is done. How an action done. For example, he runs fast. They worked hard. If I ask how did they work? How did they work? Then you will say they worked hard. Okay. Now second type is adverb of time. Adverb of time means it tells us when an action happens. It tells us about time. For example, today, tomorrow, soon, ago. For example, sentence, she arrived early. Early means it is telling us about the time, early or late. He called me yesterday. So it tells us about the time. Number third is adverb of place. Place means where an action happens. Okay, so it shows where an action happens. For example, here, there, inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs. For example, look here, please come inside. Next is adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency. It shows how often an action is done. Means it shows how many times. It shows how many times an action happens. For example, always, never, sometimes, etc. Sentences, he never tells a lie. I always go to school. We sometimes have tests. Okay, so it tells us about how many times an action is done or happens. Number 5 is adverb of degree. Adverb of degree tells us about how much. It tells us how much. For example, very, too, almost, enough. Sentences, the syllabus is too vast. She is extremely nervous. I am almost done. So it shows the intensity. It shows the intensity. Number 6 is adverb of reason. It tells us the reason of an action, means why an action is done. For example, therefore, hence, thus, due to, etc., etc. Sentences: we stayed home due to the strike. Due to is telling us the reason. She was tired, therefore slept early. Okay.